The final piece of the elaborate puzzle that is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which was put together wrong and is currently getting stomped on by the captains of both the football and tennis teams who put their differences aside to fight a common enemy, was released on January 11th in the form of an epilogue to the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero DLC. Jokes aside though, as many of you know, I do love these games, and this short little post-DLC romp was no exception. The quest involved did not take very long to complete either, only consuming about 2 hours of my stream. Twitch.tv/ACBoySkinny. So this isn't going to be a very long one. So join me as I find my way through this brief, mythical jaunt. To start our day, we had to connect to the internet. Invigorating stuff, I know. This was so we could access mystery gifts, as that was Game Freak's choice method of initiating the epilogue, granting us a mythical Pecha Berry to then bring to Peachy's in Kitakami's Masui town. But I'm gonna be real with you, I haven't the foggiest clue what Peachy's is. But I didn't want to just look it up, so I went with my gut instinct and assumed it was the shop in town. Well, my second or third gut. I did initially just start running up to just about every building Masui had in hopes of a new interaction, but no such luck. Eventually, we found ourselves in front of the shop, and we spoke with the lady behind the counter, but she didn't have any new dialogue or anything, so I was a bit confused. If it wasn't the shop and it wasn't one of the random buildings, then where was it? After a bit of disarray, I decided to just pass the time by casually bulk selling $700,000 worth of treasures to the old lady, which revealed the shop to, in fact, be the Peachies that we were looking for through the receipt that showed up on screen. I really don't think I had receipts on my list of Pokemon related coding, but thank you for showing me how much richer I am now. The lady still had no new dialogue options or anything, so I was still confused, but we eventually just kinda accidentally did the right thing, initiating a cutscene with a weird looking plush sat on a pillow. I never said this was a tutorial or anything. I really don't know what I did differently. I'm sorry. Suddenly, our phone started to ring, our old pal Arvin being on the other line. You know, the one from all the way back in the first few videos from a year ago. It was great to hear from the guy though, as it had truly been forever since we last spoke. He wanted to hang out with me, suggesting that we meet at my house back in Paldea. Arvin, I think you might have this a little bit twisted. You're supposed to invite me over to your house, not yourself to mine. We obliged, heading home for the first time since we had started our Paldean adventures, only to find Arvin, Pneumonia, and Penny outside awaiting my arrival. Okay, inviting yourself over, sure, I can get past that. But bringing 2 more people? Come on, learn some manners, Arvin. Anyways, come on in. Inside, we enjoyed some dinner made by my mom as well as some sweets. The gang had to check out every nook and cranny of the house, especially finding interest in my room and all the plushies that I owned. At least Nimona and Arvin found that cool. Penny was more interested in my Switch and my mom. What games do you have for your Switch? You don't just get to glaze past calling my mom a MILF, Penny. After the gang's divided intrigue subsided, my mom came in with a letter addressed to me from none other than Kieran. He was hoping that we'd come visit him and Carmine in Kitakami, as they were both taking a break from the academy and staying with their grandparents. He wanted us to bring our Paldea friends along too, sending enough plane tickets to get us all there. How sweet. He's really turned around lately. Thank God I beat his ass on multiple occasions, otherwise he'd probably still be a dick. We brought the news to the others, bringing about a roar of excitement, followed by us parting ways, packing our things, and meeting at Mesa Goza's south gate before departing to Kitakami. Upon arrival, we were greeted by the same caretaker that had done the same back when we first visited. Or at least I think it was the same one. He knew my name, but he also looks exactly the same as the other ones I've seen here. Or is he the only one, just really quick at traveling around? I don't know. All I know is that we found Kieran fairly quickly. We exchanged pleasantries, introducing him to the whole crew before Carmine appeared, acting a bit strange. Whoa, who the heck are you? Yeah, honestly, she just came out of nowhere. Sis, you okay? Yeah, her eyes are purple. Mochi mochi. What the f is happening? 2 words, nightmare fuel. I do not know why they decided to make her do the literal chicken dance, but here we are. Also, I forgot to mention earlier that the title of the epilogue is Mochi Madness, and I'm honestly glad I forgot, because this seems like as good a time as any to bring that up. Kieran had us pick her up and help carry her away, having a conversation in front of their house about what was going on with her, and how it had started the day that he had sent that letter earlier. None of us were really sure what to make of it. A curse, perhaps? Who's to say? We then headed to the community center to have a nice night in, which turned into a wild goose chase to find the remote for the big TV in the main room, just cause Arvin wanted to watch something other than the repeating tourism video that was always being displayed. The search ended swiftly as the first place we looked turned out to be exactly where the remote had been hidden, an inconspicuous plant pot in the corner. How could I have guessed? Now that we had found the remote, the 5 of us could... Where's Nimona? Penny tried to call her, but no answer. So in an attempt to find her, Kieran and I set out to explore outside the building, leaving Arvin and Penny to watch for her if she were to come back. Almost immediately after exiting the building, we spotted 2 people mid-conversation. We attempted to ask if they had seen Nimona, or anyone for that matter, and all we got was more mochi mochi chicken dance, and a battle, which was a nice change of pace, regardless of how incredibly easy it was. Nimona appeared off in the distance, running across the bridge toward Kitakami Hall, so we followed suit, finding Kieran's grandparents near the hall under no such spell, thankfully. Well, that is until Grandma offered Grandpa some purple mochi, sending them into the downward spiral we'd become familiarized with. A quick battle with them found us in yet another sticky situation, receiving a call from Arvin where all we could really hear was clattering and just general "oh this isn't good" sounds. So we abandoned our search for Pneumonia to go see what was happening in town. After arriving, we were met with a suspiciously low amount of activity for just how violent the sounds coming from that call were, and Arvin just ended up blaming Penny for knocking the phone out of his hand. Okay, I'll believe you this time, Arvin. But more important than my trust in Arvin was what happened next. I think I might have figured out why everyone is acting so strange. Until we know for sure, though, maybe we should all be careful. Whoa, heads up, guys! There's something up there. Is it the dude? Look, up there! It is. Look at him. What the f? That's the thing I saw earlier. Is that a drone? It's the plushie from earlier! Also, why would you open your mouths so wide, guys? And then proceed to bite down and chew it? Extensively? Well, we all know where this one goes. After our bout, the dumb little berry dude started to run off, so we chased it down, ending up at Loyalty Plaza of all places, where we finally found Nimona stood facing the shrine for the Loyal 3 with the runty purple mon waiting behind her. It had all come to this. One final showdown with a possessed Nimona had to be incoming. Then we could settle this curse forever. Flash mob! Kieran suggested I go take on Nimona while he holds everybody off, which makes absolutely no sense, but we'll run it. So we went to fight her. Stop dancing! We went to fight her, taking her down with relative ease as we had with just about every trainer in this epilogue. A fully evolved level 100 team certainly helps, but just let me have this. Immediately following our win against Pneumonia, we took on the mysterious berry Pokemon, who we all know is named Pecharunt because there's not a chance in hell that there is a single soul left unaware of this fact, and blasted it into next week with a couple flash cannons from Golden Gate, catching the subjugation Pokemon in a Master Ball. Ironically, subjugating it for the remainder of its life. And with that, the curse was lifted, and I'd never have to see anyone do the chicken dance ever again. Several days later, as so helpfully pointed out by this loading screen here, it was time to head home to Paldea. Kieran and Carmine, both fully in control of their bodies and minds, gave us a nice send-off, saying they were going to return to school again after having been here for like maybe a week. I don't know, man, these two confuse me. Either way, the OG gang left Masui, hopped on a plane, and ended up right in front of the front desk at Naranja Academy. Or at least I ended up there. Who knows where the others went? And that is how they concluded it all. We still had plenty we could do in the game, so we went ahead and helped Team Star out with tutoring some of their members, which I still am unsure as to why that was a thing we could do, and headed back to Blueberry Academy to invite Arvin, Nimona, and Penny as special coaches for no reason other than getting the gold ring around all of the coaches, as we had already done all of them up to that point. By the way, doing all of them minus those last 3 does get you a shiny Blitzel from Cyrano, so make sure to get that if you haven't already. Also, all of them trade with you at a certain point, and Penny gifted me a level 1 Dark Terra Eevee that knows Curse. I'm just not sure about anything anymore, I'm gonna be honest with you. So that's it. That's Scarlet and Violet for you. We've done it all. We beat all of Paldea's gym leaders, Star Crew bases, Titans, and Elite Four. We saved the region from a sure time travel related disaster. We traveled to a far off land, saving it from a trio of nasty, villainous Pokemon, and befriending two wonderful people, as well as an ogre. We were summoned to a rival academy in the middle of the ocean, still not over that, to study abroad, and ended up defeating their Elite Four as well. We traveled to the underdepths of Paldea's crater, catching the fabled Terapagos and learning even more about terrestrialization than I could have ever imagined. We even helped save Kitakami a second time from their own 1518 dancing plague and a whole lot of mochi. It's been quite the journey, and I've enjoyed it the whole way through. This is the end of IsYaGil's story, at least this version of IsYaGil, and I hope you enjoyed it. But don't worry, we've still got plenty of things going on here. I'm not leaving. So make sure to check out the Twitch if you want to watch whatever challenge I'm currently streaming, and subscribe to this channel to get notifications for future uploads. Leave a like and let me know in the comments what you want to see next. That's about it for me today, but until next time, as always, have a good one, stay safe, and I'll see you around.